that followed. I know I won't. A Fox News alert now. More on Hurricane Hermine. Forecasters say it should hit Florida tonight, overnight hours. Rick Reichmuth says sometime between 10 o'clock tonight and 1 o'clock in the morning, but exact time doesn't matter. Rain's coming. Parts of the state under hurricane warnings. Some folks already leaving their homes as the floodwaters rise. Officials in low-lying areas issuing mandatory evacuation areas, or I should say orders. Some people say the water is already inside their homes. Others sticking around and prepping for the center of the storm to hit. Our Steve Harrigan, a hurricane veteran himself, about 100 miles north of Tampa at the moment. Steve, wow. Steve, where are you exactly?
Shepard, we're in Cedar Key right now, about 135 miles north of Tampa, and the landfall of this storm is still 10 hours away. A storm that many people, were calling just a rainstorm, not a big deal, but it's really showing some bite already. We've seen some deteriorating conditions over the past hour, hour and a half. The rain coming in now sideways, the water coming up onto the roads, and some heavy wind as well. This county is under mandatory evacuation, along with 4 other counties, and the governor of Florida, Rick Scott, has been on television all day basically saying this is a life-threatening storm. So even in storm-hardened places like Cedar Key, we see a lot of people actually obeying that order for mandatory evacuation. I can show you over here. This is one of the lower-lying streets. Not too bad yet, just about 6 inches, but the concern here is going to be storm surge. We could be far away from where the storm itself makes landfall, but the right side, the east side, is going to get hit with hard winds. That's where we are, and the storm surge could be anywhere from 4 to 8 feet. So where I'm standing, it could be chest-high water. And keep in mind, this is all going to happen. I'm going to hold on to this fence here. This is all going to happen, the worst of it, at 1 o'clock in the morning. And 3 o'clock in the morning is high tide, so you're going to have EMTs, emergency rescue workers, basically not going out if it's more than 40 miles an hour of wind. We're going to have sewage and water shut off, probably electricity out, and all happening in the dark. So even for a place that's really hardened to storms like Cedar Key, and a lot of people here not evacuating, thinking they can ride it out, they're going to have a challenge over the next 15 or so hours. Shepard, back to you.
A lot of storm surge, I know, Steve. I wonder what the forecast is for inches of rain. That could really ruin things.
You're right. That's a whole other factor, anywhere from 5 inches to 20 inches, depending on where you are. But it's been coming down steadily, and now as the wind picks up, really coming in sideways. And we've had to move back the truck and the cars every hour or so. It's coming in quickly right now, and for 10 hours out, I'm surprised at just how strong this is. This could be a more powerful hurricane than we've seen, and as we know, it's just crossed that 74-mile-per-hour limit, so it is a hurricane, and it's going to whack the coast of Florida. Shepard.
It certainly looks like it. I was just noticing this and wondering if these are those regulation flip-flops there, Steve? Are those storm-worthy?
Shepard, it's tough to find size 16s in your casual Walmart, but
well,
these are pretty good for now.
You got to go to the superstore for that, Steve. Hey, are you going to move away from there, or if we keep the camera on you long enough, might you end up swimming?
I know. No, we're good. It's not too bad yet. I got one hand for the company and one hand for me, so we're all right.
He can handle the Taliban. He can handle that. But people shouldn't stay around there, Steve. The evacuation should have already happened, right?
Yeah, mandatory evacuation is in effect, but they really know the area. They know this town so well. They know which buildings are going to get hit. But if it does come up to my chest level, I'm looking down the street and at these houses. It looks like the first floor of about the homes where 800 people live are going to be out by tomorrow morning, Shepard.
None of that looks drivable already. I mean, these cars back there, turn around, don't drown, is in effect.
That is a problem, and this is an island, too, so the only road in and out is going to be flooded shortly, so there's going to be no way in or out, so you really have a potential worst-case scenario, but I've got to say the mood is not one of panic here among the 800 hardy residents of Cedar Key, Florida, Shepard.
It's a salty bunch, that's for sure. Hey, these flip-flops, we'll have those available at foxnews.com/hurricane gear by the end. We'll tweet you about it. Steve, be careful.
Thank you, Shepard.
Yes, sir. All right.